Hello, everyone. Okay, let's make sure all my settings are good to go. Yep. Okay, great. So we can finally start the live stream. I'm not sure why the lighting is kind of weird and why I'm a little bit slow, but hopefully it'll sort itself out in a second. Also, my air conditioning is kind of loud, so that's a little bit annoying, but yeah. Yeah, so anyways, this is the monthly Patreon live stream. So if you are a patron, you haven't sent me questions yet, you can always send them to me late and I will talk about the questions that you want me to talk about next live stream. I am going to talk about a couple of topics today, and you guys can feel free to type in the comment section. Thanks, Brian. I got this in Vietnam. So, yeah, I'll just wait for everyone to roll in. And my hair is so fluorescent under these lights. Oh, one of my lights fell over. That's fun. Oh, well. Oops. Okay. So first thing I'm going to talk about, I'm going to make sure that I post all these links on social media and everything. First thing I'm going to talk about is E3. And I want to talk about that quickly because E3 was not my favorite. I don't know. I feel like this year's E3 was just like, meh. It wasn't that special. It was, I think, I will admit, guys, I haven't been very motivated to game lately. I know gaming was the focus of this channel, and that I haven't been uploading too many gaming videos lately, and I feel bad about that. I will try to improve on that, but I just haven't felt very motivated, and that's because my artistic pursuits have been focused elsewhere. I've been spending most of my free time writing lately. I kind of have to just soak this up while it's lasting because I haven't felt motivated to write in years. This is the first time I finally started putting a story together that I've been wanting to put together for years, finally writing it down. So I'm also doing a character analysis right now too. So I think I need to move my microphone a little bit closer to me, but I'm not sure where I should put it because I've just got this chair right here. I could move to my desk, but I'm packing right now for my trip. So hopefully let's make sure my microphone isn't in the way. Okay, it's just gonna like sit on my keyboard. Eee! Oh, okay, cool. You don't see my microphone. That's perfect. I think that should be a little better, but yeah. So I've been mostly spending my motivation writing this story and writing a character analysis, and I've just been feeling so inspired to write, and yet I haven't been playing many video games at all. And when E3 came out, I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. I just felt like there wasn't anything too overwhelming with this E3. All of the trailers kind of looked the same to me. And most of the stuff that I saw that I liked was stuff that had already been announced before. I don't plan on buying the new Xbox console, the Xbox One X, I think it's called. Don't plan on buying that. So that's pretty much it. My friend came out of the closet not too long ago. I'm just saying this because I'm proud of her. I know this is random. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're proud of her. And thanks for the compliment about the top. If you just missed it, this top is from Vietnam. Well, I don't know if it's from Vietnam, but I got it in Vietnam. So, is the stream audio out of sync? I don't. It is probably not much I can do about that. That's the stream problem, not really me. If it's too much of an issue and too many people are complaining about it, I can restart the stream, probably. But Any advice on dealing with anxiety? I was thinking about making a video about this, about dealing with anxiety and depression, but I say the most important things to do are get sunlight, get out even though you don't want to. Like maybe hang out with like one friend. And if you don't have friends, talk to people online. And try to get some exercise. I know I'm a hypocrite because I don't like exercising, obviously. But yeah, try to get some exercise, avoid the caffeine, and try meditation. Meditation will help a lot. Thoughts on Attack on Titan Season 2? I loved it. I'm not going to spoil it. The season finale was absolutely insane. I was not seeing that. I didn't read the anime, or I didn't read the manga, so I didn't see it coming. But yeah, the season 2 was amazing. I think anime is getting really good lately. Like, I wasn't into anime for the longest time, but now I'm finally getting into it again. Just because there's so many good anime right now, like Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, that they recently had their season finale. Yuri on Ice is fantastic. And I just finished One Punch Man like a couple weeks ago because I had so many requests to watch that. But yeah, guys, if the stream is buffering or whatever, it's just the connection issue. Like, it's gonna do that. Sorry. But yeah, so let me get on to the next question. So I was told to talk about manga characters that I like, or manga characters that I have crushes on. And I don't really like have crushes on that many like anime or manga characters because I I can be attracted to anime characters. Like, I can see them and be like, oh, they're attractive. But like, I'm really into certain types of personalities. So it's typically real life actors that I look at and I think, oh, that person's attractive. That woman's attractive. But yeah, and I think it's complicated because I'm mostly into boys love comics right now, which seems weird, but I really like yaoi or guy on guy comics right now. I don't know why. This is something like I've had so many comments that are similar from like lesbians that also really like boys love. So it's just been something I really relate to. I can relate to the characters. I typically want a story where I can find a character that I relate to. And some of these gay male characters I relate to so much. And I think that's because they're often written by women, but also because they're gay. So I kind of get both of those experiences. Like Yuri on Ice is such a fantastic story. Even if you're not, the gay parts of it are so subtle. Like, you can watch it and not, if you don't care about gay love, like, you wouldn't be uncomfortable about it, you know? I even like forced my mom to watch an episode. I sent her an episode. I was like, you need to watch this. You would like it, because she likes ice skating. And it's the main character, Yuri, he's like my spirit animal. Like, he's so much like me. I love that anime so much. And yeah, so if you guys want any recommendations, I just want to say really quick, you guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been talking about killing stalking nonstop, and people are probably so annoyed about it because I know, like, I have a lot of male viewers that aren't interested in guy and guy at all. So you're probably like, just shut up about the killing stalking. Killing stalking is more of a psychological story than it is a gay story. And the relationship is so unhealthy that I wouldn't want it to be about the relationship. Like, it's more about it's a horror. It's like a scary story. So I read it for that aspect, not for the romance, because the romance is really effed up. Also, I'm reading this one Victorian novel. It's not about romance at all. It's a Victorian Korean manga or manhwa called Pandora's Secret, and it's about this really rebellious little girl in Victorian society, and she's just such a fantastic little character, and yeah, I'm really enjoying that. And lastly, I just started reading a story called The Kingsmaker, and the romance in this is very subtle too. Like, there's absolutely no romance so far, but it just has some of the most gorgeous art, and it's about a prince who has a horrible king as a father. He's just such a despicable, disgusting king that doesn't care about his subjects. And this king has all of these like little boys as his personal slaves, if you know what I mean. And one of these little boys becomes a friend of this boy prince, and like he's basically training this boy prince to become a good king, unlike his father. And it's just such a really interesting story. But yeah, thanks for the nail compliment. I need to fix them up. They're kind of chipped. But yeah, let me look at some of these new questions. How is the LGBT attitude in Taiwan post-legalization? Any hostiles from mainland China? Of course, there's always a tense relationship going on. I can't really decipher. I hear good things about relationships between Chinese people and Taiwanese people sometimes. Like, I have Taiwanese friends, they go visit mainland China and there's no hostility. But at the same time, in my comment section, I always get these these comments like, oh, you shouldn't refer to Taiwan as Taiwan because it really belongs to China. And like all these like butthurt comments by Chinese people that are kind of ridiculous. So yeah, sometimes I get butthurt comments, but you know, I can't really do anything about that. I think most Taiwanese people, they're really proud of Taiwan for the most recent decision. And there's always assholes, but like most of the people I hang out with are very supportive, and they're probably just really proud and happy about the most recent decision to make gay marriage legal here. Do you think it's weird that straight women like stuff like yaoi? Well, I feel like I'm not in a place to judge what people prefer, because I think it's strange that I'm a lesbian, but I prefer watching guy-on-guy anime. Now, actually, I recently read a story or a scientific study that goes into how popular that is. That like a lot of lesbians relate more to guy-on-guy stories. The fact that straight women like it, maybe they like it for sexual reasons rather than like the relating to it like I do, or how I personally identify with the characters. That's their own thing. I don't think anyone should be ashamed of what they find sexually attractive, as long as they're not exploiting people, as long as they're not disrespecting the gay community. You know, like I don't find it offensive if guys watch lesbian porn. Like, that's their own preference. And I know most guys probably do. It's only offensive if you expect me to act the way that lesbians, that people act in lesbian porn, you know, like if you expect me to put on a show for you or something like that, and that I'm just for your entertainment. I'm not for your entertainment. My relationships are private. So yeah. Does that make sense? How do you watch all these anime? You can find ways. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, it is really hard. What you do is you can use a proxy so that you can still use like stuff like Funimation and stuff. Download a proxy. Are you going to play The Last of Us 2? Hell yeah. And what are your theories and thoughts about Ellie's new relationships? I think I don't want to have too many theories. That's what I want to just reserve everything for when it happens. I think just like the most recent Mass Effect game, I'm probably going to try to avoid too much information about The Last of Us 2. But it'll probably get leaked to me anyways, because I know anytime anything related to The Last of Us is announced, people always send me links. People blow up my Twitter, and I really appreciate it. I love that people think of me as soon as that happens, but yeah. Oh, but yeah, I was going to talk about anime crushes. I do have a few. And now this just shows how messed up I am. I think Rize from Tokyo Ghoul is like super hot. Would I date her in real life? Hell no. I don't want to die. She kills people. But just saying, she's hot. I know that's messed up, but yeah, that's one of the girls on the list. Another girl on my list is the military chick from Dead Man Wonderland. Look her up. Yeah. What about video game crushes? I don't really find video game characters that hot, to be honest. I guess Lara Croft. I talk about this in my last... I made a whole video about this. I can't remember who I said. How do you get a woman when you don't know any other women who are into women and can't seem to meet anyone? Then you're also 17 and homeschooled. You're 17 and homeschooled. That's the answer. It's okay to wait till you're older to meet someone. And if you don't touch your first boob until you're in college, that's okay. I didn't either. I didn't start dating and flirting and fooling around until college. It's totally fine. Get out of homeschool and download some dating apps on your phone when you turn 18. Have I heard about Life is Strange Before the Storm? Yeah, I think I uploaded a video on it, didn't I? Dead Man Wonderland is so underrated. It is. And the anime did not do very well at all. You know, another anime that's underrated is Wolf's Rain, which is my favorite anime. Do I have the... I have the DVD right here. I'm trying not to unplug my... I don't know why I have earphones in. I don't really need earphones in. But yeah, I have a box set right here. My favorite anime of all time. And not that many people have seen it. So... Oh, God, I need to finish the Walking Dead games. That's like another long list of stuff I need to do. Yeah. It's been hard because I live with a lot of roommates, so trying to find time to record videos where things are quiet is really difficult. But now I live in a different room, so I think that will help with the noise a little bit, even though the air conditioning is frustratingly loud. But, yeah. What can you do? What can you do? Okay, what other questions do I got here? Let me take a sip of water because I am getting over a sickness, so my throat's a little dry. Excuse me for the... Stay hydrated, kids. Stay hydrated, kids. What was I going to talk about? Oh, okay. So another question I got was inheriting hobby. I can't talk today. What the hell? Inheriting hobbies from Asia. So this is something I think about all the time. The fact that, like, living in Asia has changed me. There are so many things about, like, not only things that I wear and ways that I behave, just general things about my personality that have changed. That I realize when I go back to America, people are going to think I'm foreign because I do these things, or they're just going to think I'm weird. So, like, some things that you'll notice when you go to Asia is that people wear masks. I think I have one of mine. Oh, yeah, I have it right here. People wear masks all the time. This is the one I usually wear when I'm walking outside. It has a little kitten on it. I have a couple of them, and sometimes I have the disposable ones. So when you're sick especially, it's polite to wear a mask indoors so that you don't cough on people and breathe on people. It's just a polite thing to do, and it's really a good idea, you know? And also, like, there's so much pollution in near China. Thanks, China. But yeah, there's so much pollution and like there's so much gas from cars and scooters here in Taiwan. So it's good to like block that out. Or if there's like pollen or something, you don't want to breathe it in. So I wear masks. You carry umbrellas like no matter what the weather's like. So if it's hot, if it's sunny and hot outside, you'll carry an umbrella to block the sun. If it's rainy, you carry an umbrella. And I realize that like back home, people don't carry umbrellas in the sun. Also, my fashion choices are really different. I have clothes that are super Asian now that you wouldn't find like in America. Like I was showing my mom this shirt. This is the great thing about having such a small room. I can just reach over and show stuff. I was showing mom this shirt, this shirt, and she was like, "That is Asian. That is so Asian." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, so my fashion sense has changed. And I also wear sometimes colored contacts and really bright makeup because that's socially acceptable here for people to wear like big contacts that make your eyes look really big. And also in Japan, they wear a lot of blush, like tons of blush to make their cheeks look super pink. So that's another, I don't do that as much. Sometimes I'll do it when I'm in Japan. But yeah, like I've noticed that some of my makeup, I didn't really try with my makeup today, but like sometimes I'll deck myself out with like big, thick, fake eyelashes and big circle lenses and stuff like that are probably considered weird in America. But does Taiwan have a smell difference? Yes. I feel like every place you go, every city you go, every country you go has like distinct smells. Taiwan isn't the best smell. I'll put it that. I'll say that because you smell, every once in a while you'll just smell stinky tofu like down every street and a lot of stray dog poop in my area. Like that's Taoyuan basically. So my area just smells like dog poop and stinky tofu. So not a pleasant smell, but the people are quality and they make up for the shit smell. Korea was no better. Korea smelled like vomit because everyone's always getting drunk in Korea. It's a big part of the culture. So like you'll just see, it smells like a mixture of vomit and kimchi, especially in the summer. You just smell kimchi vomit everywhere. So that was the smell of Korea. Japan, can't remember what Japan smells like. I don't think it was that distinctive. I don't know. I'll have to think about it next time. I'm going tonight. I'm actually going for the third time in less than a year back to Japan tonight. So I visited the Philippines once. Oh, I want to go to the Philippines and Thailand for sure. Yeah, Vietnam has one of the most brutal heats that I've ever experienced. And that wasn't even summer when I went. It was spring. It was so hot. I think actually it was Vietnamese summer because they live past no, they don't live past the equator. I don't know. But it was really, really hot. I will never forget that heat. I see vomit stains on the street every day when walking to school in Korea. Yes, right? And it's people that like got drunk all night and just like puked every day. Every day there's like the drinking culture there is crazy. And especially because like people will have business dinners and they'll just get shit-faced and then go home and puke their guts out. It's crazy. And the lack of that drinking culture is really refreshing in Taiwan. There's just like no drinking culture here at all, except for like when I hang out with other foreigners. But what was your favorite game of last year? Last year, like as in 2016? Is that what you mean? I did make a video on that, I think. Didn't I make a video on that? I don't think I did. Because I moved to Taiwan. I might have skipped that. Okay, what else was I going to talk about? You know what also something that would probably seem weird to people in America is that I use chopsticks for most things. Cooking with chopsticks is so much easier than cooking with like a spatula or a fork, especially if you like cooking like little things. So I do that. I cook with chopsticks a lot. I always eat noodles and stuff with chopsticks. But like people don't really use chopsticks in America, so they probably think it was weird. I'm pretty sure I'm gay, but I'm struggling to admit it. I live in Texas. I said this before, but someone I know assumed I was gay and called me a sick freak. I don't know what to say to my family. Well, okay, so it depends on your background. I'm guessing you're young, and it depends on your background, but yeah, you're going to hear people say crazy shit to you. And you have to get to the point where you're comfortable enough with yourself and you accept yourself and love yourself where that shit's not going to matter to you when you come out. Because you're not going to get, if you're trying to come out to get a reaction, like a positive reaction from people, then you're not going to get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do it for yourself, not for someone else. And that's what I had to accept when I came out to my family. I was like, well, I'm not going to get the reaction that I want. I'm just telling them for the sake of informing them the facts. So, yeah. Are you excited to go back to America after being gone for so long? No, not really. I don't really miss America. I don't really care to go back, to be honest. I'm just getting pressured for my family to visit, and I'm just figuring that I should probably visit by the end of the year because it's just something I should do. I don't know. The only thing I really miss is the food. I miss the food. Have I played the Metro series? I did start to, but I didn't get far. So I feel like I need to go back into it because they do seem like a series that I would enjoy. And the new Metro trailer looks really good. So. I already watched Rick and Morty, and it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. Oops. I lost the chat. Where's the chat? Okay, there we are. Yeah, it's weird. Like, people in America that haven't traveled and haven't lived somewhere else for a year, they view the world completely differently than I do. They just think, like, they all think that of course you're going to come back to America someday because they really do think that America is the best when it comes down to it and that my life would be more comfortable in America, but it's not. Like, here in Asia, I have a good job. I can make ends meet. I can take care of myself, fully support myself. That's not going to be the case in America. Like, how am I going to pay the bills in America with the education I have and the background that I have? It's just not going to happen. And American culture just, like, really bothers me in a lot of ways. Like, people are very loud and obnoxious in America. People don't really respect each other as much. People are a lot ruder. Men make me feel way more uncomfortable in America. Like, I can't, like, walk down the street without getting catcalled. I get catcalled here, but, like, men don't know enough English to properly do it. So they can't bother me for long. What state are you from, if you're comfortable saying it? I'm from Florida. Do you think it's easier for a woman to come out than gay men? Yes, I do. I think it's way easier for a woman to come out than gay men because people accept, because the idea of women with each other is fetishized. And I think it's because men are worried that if you're gay, you will treat them just as badly as they treat women. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not all men, but some men. And because we have such, like, because men's opinions are often so important, like, yeah, a lot of guys feel really uncomfortable with the idea of seeing other guys with each other. And girls aren't really as uncomfortable with it because we're more comfortable with touch. I think it's a society thing. Like, society says it's okay for girls to be with each other, but like, and even like mess around with each other. But guys, it's just you're gay. And I think that's one of the big problems in the gaming industry is like, can you think of any main characters in games that are openly gay that aren't in like an RPG where you choose to be gay? But I can think like of at least 2 or 3 lesbian characters in games that are really important lesbian characters. And that's because more men play games than women, and more men are not typically uncomfortable with the idea of lesbians. But they're uncomfortable with men being with each other sometimes. But yeah, but just don't hang out with assholes like that. A lot of my guy friends are really cool. They don't give a shit. They're really open-minded. I have a really cool group of friends here that are both straight, gay, bisexual, and no one really gives a shit. So, yeah. Like, every once in a while, I didn't even know that two of my guy friends one of my guy friends was, I guess, bisexual. Another one is gay, and I had no freaking idea. But they just kind of like one of them kind of casually brought it up, and he was like, yeah, like my ex-boyfriend always liked this kind of food. And I was like, what? Like, you date dudes? I had no idea that you dated dudes. And then my other friend was like, oh yeah, I just went on a date with a guy. And I was like, what? You date dudes? Wow, like, yeah, there needs to be more positive gay representation of gay men. Yeah, I agree. I think Armis Stilton and Duke Theodorus Abel from Dishonored are gay. Huh. Once a man admits he's gay, he immediately loses his man card. Yeah, to like people that are insecure about their manliness. I feel like people that feel uncomfortable around other gay men are uncomfortable with themselves. Because like I said, like my one gay guy friend, I had no idea. He's like not this I thought he was a total dude bro, to be honest. Like, I thought he was only into like playing video games, and he just seemed like such this typical like college frat guy. And then I heard that he likes dudes, and I'm like, what? Like, you're like the most stereotypically masculine dude, and you don't like girls. So yeah, like, it's really stupid. And I think that's part of the reason why I really like stories about gay men, because gay men really need representation. And I think it'd be really cool, even though like I'm interested in writing a story about gay women right now. I think it'd be really cool maybe one day to write a story about gay men too. I mean, I'd always want there to be like trans representation too, like good trans character representation as well, because that's kind of rare. But yeah, just like gay men that aren't stereotypical. And that's a huge problem in the nerd community, especially too, because like, oh my God, I have so much cringe when I watch anime, because there's, in almost every anime I watch, there's like one stereotypically villainous gay man. There's one in One Punch Man, and he's like this prisoner that hits on all the men and like basically wants to molest all the guys. And that's pretty messed up. And then there's the what's his name? Tsukiyama or something in Tokyo Ghoul. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but the purple-haired dude, and he's just like obsessed with Kaneki's blood. And it's just like, just stop. Just stop. I actually ended up liking that character after a while, but I wish that they had toned down some of the obviously gay parts about his character, but whatever. He's one of my favorite One Punch Man. It's so funny because, like, maybe that's just my perspective, because I have another friend and he's not homophobic, and he thinks that he really likes that character too from One Punch Man. He thinks it's really funny. I don't know. So, but I think the reason why I specifically hate it is because living in Asia, I know where those stereotypes come from, and I know that people here in Asia really believe that. Like, people in America, they're like, oh yeah, gay men don't all act like that. But like in Asia, the stereotypes and the discrimination against gay men, especially in Japan, are like hideous. You would think Japan would be really accepting towards gay people. Hell no, they're not at all. Not at all. How do you move on from the past and bad memories that you can't get over? I don't I don't want to say this the wrong way, but that's something you'd have to discuss with a therapist. Like, I'm not a therapist, you know what I mean? Like, if it's really strong memory and it's causing you serious distress, don't feel bad about seeing a therapist about it, you know? You know what I'm saying? Does anyone have any recommendations of places I should check out in Japan? I'm going to Tokyo again, so let me know if there's some places that I should check out. Yeah, Japan is super homophobic. That's kind of one of the reasons I know that, like, I love Japan, and I'm always going there for vacation because it's super cheap to travel to Japan from other Asian countries. You can just get on a budget airplane, take a red eye, and you're there for a weekend. So it's easy to travel there when you already live in Asia. But I wouldn't live there just because people are actually pretty close-minded there. They're very conformist. It's the fringes of the society. It's the rebels that I like in Japan. The people that like rebel against that traditional society. And there are like more and more people that are doing it, whether it's through fashion or music or anime. And it's those like kind of fringe cultures that I really like the the tattooing industries over there is really interesting. I was actually emailing a tattoo artist in Japan. I was hoping to get him to give me a tattoo, but he's like so booked out that he couldn't fit me in during the time I'm going. So I'll have to go back probably and see if I can get a tattoo from him sometime. But like, tattoos are super taboo there. So like, the people that like just suck it up and get them is pretty cool. Like, they're willing to get nasty stares on the subway and have their parents like yell at them. So I think that's really cool. Like, I always find kind of punky, rebellious people fascinating. And the fact that you're willing to rebel against a culture that says that you have to appease the masses and appease your family and do everything that your family wants you to do is awesome. You know, it's so badass. Like, the real rebels of Tokyo are so badass. And even the girls like that walk around wearing tutus and dress like they're porcelain dolls, that's super rebellious. That's punk, because they get nasty looks. Like, that's considered weird to most Japanese people. So get the $12,000 fruit? 12,000 yen fruit? Hell no. Check out every ramen shop. Yes, I'm going to be swimming in ramen and sushi, dude. Is the graffiti in Tokyo good? There is not much graffiti. I didn't see any graffiti. Like, Tokyo is super clean, so I don't know where you'd find graffiti. Yeah, I have no idea where you would find that. I see graffiti I saw some in Korea, in Seoul, like near Itaewon, some of the seedier neighborhoods. And I sometimes see it here in Taiwan, but not as often. So, but yeah, I do want to get my first tattoo, but I've been really thinking about it. Been thinking about it for years. I had a couple ideas of what I wanted, but I think it would just be cool if like I throw a couple ideas out to an artist and just get something original, like not something that's specifically based on a video game or anything like that, but just has like a unique, I just want a piece of art on my body. That would be really cool. When are you going to North Korea? Fucking never. That is so dumb. I have friends that have gone. Well, I don't have friends gone, but I know people that have gone, and it's dumb. It's a dumb idea. Yeah, Tokyo's pretty big. Oh, I know you're joking. I was just playing with you, you know? Of course I'm not going to Tokyo. No, people do go to North Korea and they come back, but it's just really risky. It's not worth it. Just so you can like tell someone at a bar, "Oh, I went to North Korea. Good for you." You're retarded. How prevalent is racism in Asia? I'd say pretty prevalent, actually. This is the thing. Like, I think most of it isn't necessarily racism. It's just ignorance, because many people in Asia have never met someone from another country, or like never been friends or good long-term friends with someone from a different country. So it's difficult for them to like be educated. They don't have like the knowledge about other cultures. So they'll ask you stupid stuff. I think people in Taiwan are typically better than I experienced in Korea and Japan. I think Korea was the worst when it came to racism, to be honest, because like I had several friends that were black there, and they not only will schools not hire you if you're black a lot of the times, but like sometimes people will just like downright like downright say that they won't serve you, or that they'll just ignore you because you're black. So yeah. Yeah, like Brian said, everyone was nice to him, and I'm glad that people didn't stare. People, I think that too. Like, if I was in Korea with this hair, and I think when I go to Japan with this hair, I'm gonna get stared at a lot more. But here in Taiwan, people are typically pretty polite, and they don't stare. Like, it's not polite to stare in any culture, at least any culture I've been to. It's not polite to stare. But in Korea, they'll just straight up like stare at you. They'll just be like, "Huh?" Even in Seoul, people would stare at me, and I'm like, "Why are you staring at me? Like, there's so many foreigners in Seoul. It's not like you haven't talked to a foreigner before. What the heck?" So I just find that weird. But yeah, when I go to Tokyo, I'm probably gonna get stared at pretty hard. Yeah. But yeah, Taiwan people are pretty polite. No one really stares at me for my hair. Sometimes I'll hear people talking about it in the background. From what I can understand, they'll say like, "Whoa, it's really bright," or something like that. I wonder if some people just assume it's my natural color. That would be pretty funny. I appreciate how brave you are in discussing the serious topics. Well, that's good to hear. Oh yeah, but that's a good point too, what you're saying. A lot of resentment between Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese. A lot of the racism that happens in Taiwan specifically is against other Asian immigrants. Here in my town, there's a lot of immigrants from Vietnam and in Thailand. A lot of them come over to do like factory work here. And people can be pretty racist against them, but not everyone, you know, like it's just kind of like how racism is a problem in America. Yeah, there's a lot of racism, but there's a lot of great people too. Like I saw this group of, I think they were Thai guys on the bus the other day, and they were trying to figure out how to get directions somewhere, and like everyone in the bus was helping them. They were all like giving them instructions, but it was all in Chinese, so I didn't understand too much of it, but like they were all trying to help these guys. And so I thought that was really cool. Every once in a while, like Taiwanese people will just do super sweet and amazing things. So not everyone is like that. So Comic Saber, I'm used to the stairs. So do you live in Asia? I'm sorry if I missed that. I need some more coffee. I was so excited this morning that I woke up at like 6 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep, which is really annoying. But, yep. Why is going to North Korea retarded? Because you have a high risk of being put in a concentration camp. That's why. Yeah, I realize, yeah, no country is really perfect. And I didn't mean to come off that way, but with what recently happened with, you know, the college student dying because he was most likely tortured there, I just think that people should avoid it. Just like I'm not going to be going to Saudi Arabia anytime soon. I know actually someone told me that they have a gay friend there that teaches there, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a horrible place to be gay. But yeah, not going there anytime soon. Yeah, war with North Korea is always a possibility, which is ridiculous. But yes or no, it's Thai. Oh, I'd like to check that out. Yeah, life is easy in America. We really are blessed. I feel like that too. Like, I know that obviously my circumstances are really different than most people, so I can't speak for all of Taiwanese people, but this country has given me such a great life, and I'm so privileged that it's easy to think that things are easy sometimes because I have such a good life here. So how can you function without being able to read the language or speak it? You get used to it. I'm learning more Chinese, just basic Chinese. I know how to say certain important phrases. I know how to get things done. I can order my coffee. I can order my tea. I make a lot of Taiwanese friends to help me with the more complex stuff. But reading Chinese is not an easy thing to learn. It's one of the most, you have to memorize thousands of characters. So, because they don't have an alphabet. But yeah, you just get used to, I have this amazing ability that I don't know if I just developed it from years abroad, but I'm able to communicate with people without even using a single word. Like I can use body language. I can even guess what people are saying based on the context, based on their tone of voice. Sometimes I have no idea what they're saying, but I can just guess what they're saying. And like, it's funny because sometimes my Taiwanese friend, she'll say a couple of words to someone in Chinese, and then I will say, oh, did you say this, this, and this? And she's like, how did you know that? I'm like, because I'm just really good at figuring out what people are saying just based on their body language and stuff like that. So it's just like this talent that you develop after years of being in different foreign countries, and you learn to just not be afraid of trying to communicate with people, because people want to communicate with each other. And I think empathy is like the universal language that you learn. And like, there's these powerful moments where you can just like look at people and you can just sense things. You can sense what they need. Like one time I was at the hospital, I was trying to get new medication and I was really distraught and I was like teary-eyed and I was like really confused, because being in a hospital in a foreign country is really scary. And not only did someone help me they didn't know a single word of English, but they just helped me by pressing some buttons on the screen so that I could get a call card so that, I could wait in line to be called, because they realized that I was having trouble. Like, they just saw that I was confused. They read my emotions. They got the ticket for me, handed it to me without saying a word of English and without me saying a word of Chinese. And then later on, I'm sitting and then I'm looking at my watch. I'm looking at my watch constantly and fidgeting because I'm realizing that I'm going to be late to work if I don't get in and out soon enough. And someone notices me fidgeting and looking at my watch again and again. And they accidentally got an extra call card, so they gave me their card. This random stranger that I didn't know, didn't speak a word of English, I didn't speak enough Chinese to communicate with them, helped me to get to the doctor faster. So you will notice these things, and you will find ways to like communicate with other people too, just by like, maybe I'll be on a bus and I'll see an old person come in and I'll stand up for them and just motion them over to sit down. And you look at each other, you just have this moment of gratitude, and you can communicate without using words, without using language. You can read people, talk to each other through kindness. So, yeah, there's just many ways to communicate, and you'll find that out when you live abroad long enough. I think that's, before you go to a foreign country where they speak a different language, you have all of these fears. You think, how am I going to get around? How am I going to get things done? And yeah, those things are scary. And I encounter those things all the time. Like sometimes, like I said, going to the doctor to try to get medication that I desperately need was scary. And I had to go to 2 different hospitals till I found one where they had the doctor that could talk to me in English. And trying to get a P.O. box was just a nightmare. Going to the post office, every time I go to the post office or the bank here, is a nightmare. But like when I'm trying to speak Chinese to them, they can't understand my accent. So yeah, but I guess I'm just the kind of person that like, it doesn't really bother me like most people do. And not only that, like you get to the point where you don't care if you look like an idiot. You just try to use the few words that you know, and you try to use the few words of English that they know, or a translation app, and things just work out. Things will work out in the end. So, yeah, I just feel like things always end up working out somehow. So, yeah. A good adapter. I guess that's one word for it. I just enjoy being in situations I'm not familiar with. I like being in new environments and surrounded by new things. If I'm surrounded by the same things all the time, I get very agitated and bored. So this is just one of the sacrifices that I'm willing to make to live abroad, is just like, yeah, things might be confusing, but I actually find it a little bit exciting at the same time. And that's just like, I think that's just, some people can't deal with that and they don't enjoy it, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy adventure. I kind of enjoy the thrill and the scariness of it, I guess. It's kind of risky and I enjoy that, so. Ugh, my roots are really bothering me. I definitely should dye these soon. And maybe get some like fake hair extensions. What color would look good with red? That's what I want to know. What color should I mix in here? Maybe green. I could have Christmas hair. That'd be kind of fun. Red and green. That would be ridiculous. Would you allow subscribers to send things to your P.O. box? Feel free. Don't send me anything too crazy. Yeah, my P.O. box is open. You can send me stuff. That's why I have a P.O. box. So, purple. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I hear I look good in purple. People always tell me to wear purple because it makes my red look more red or something. I don't know. Wow, 2 people in a row said purple. When I went shopping with my friend the other day, she was like, keep buying purple. You look good in purple. So I don't know. A bag of dicks too far. Where would you get the dicks, though? That's what I want to know. I want to specifically know, where are the dicks coming from? Were these donated dicks? Because that's the, I will only allow donated dicks. If it's your own dick, no. Okay, maybe scientifically donated dicks. Oh, okay. A bag of dick gummy, like dick candy. Buy me a bag of dick candy. I'll eat it. I like candy. Look at me. I obviously like candy, okay? Okay. I gotta add some more. Gotta add some more fat to these cheeks, okay? I will eat a bag of dicks as long as they're in candy form and not real dicks. I'm gonna get so many packages full of candy dicks now. Just don't send me real dicks. Thank you. I guess I should wear this shirt more often because people like it. I've gotten so many compliments. I'm going to have to leave soon because, first of all, I need to pee. Second of all, I need to finish packing. Third of all, I need to eat something. Pizza truck lady is probably here today. Oh, but she's not open yet. Damn it. I don't want a pizza truck. Jolly Ranchers. Send me weird food from your country. Like, dude, I like doing new things. That's my deal. My life is to fill out my bucket list. So send me weird shit from your country. Okay? I tried some Mexican candy because I have 2 roommates who are Mexican American. And it was kind of weird. There was like this one with corn. It's like a corn-flavored spicy lollipop, and it was weird. I didn't like it, but I tried it. So, ooh, one thing I really want to try when I'm in Japan is sanakji. I don't know how you say it in Japanese. I need to learn how to say it in Japanese. I only know how to say it in Korean. But it's live octopus, and I want to try it. I want to put just a live octopus in my face. I think that'd be kind of cool. It'd be I've seen enough hentai to know where it's going after that. So I can send you pizza. Yeah, America doesn't have many exotic foods. We have good pizza here, so lots of Mexican candy is chili flavored. So weird. It makes no sense. I don't mind spiciness with chocolate. I think that's the only combination that works is chocolate and spiciness. That is good. Like, have you ever had fudge, chili fudge? I had this fudge and it had the spicy chili peppers in it. Oh, it was so freaking good. I'm not in Japan right now. I'm in Taiwan. that's cool to see. Oh, I have a subscriber in Korea. That's cool. Yeah, I miss Korea. I actually want to visit again sometime. I don't miss the work, but I really love certain things about the culture and the food and stuff. Mango candy is good. I agree. I've had that one too. Yuri fanboy in the house. Woo! As in Yuri from Yuri on Ice. Also Yuri. I like that too. I think it's originally a Japanese dish. I don't know. They have it in Japan and Korea, but I only know how to say it in Korean is sanakji. That's Korean, but I don't know how to say it in Japanese. There's a lot of words that like sometimes it's so weird. Like I'll start wanting to like ask someone how to say something in one language and then I'll start speaking another language. Like the other day, I was at the post office and the lady was like, "Oh, where are you sending this letter?" And I said, "Estados Unidos." Like, why am I speaking Spanish right now? And then she said, where is this other letter? And I'm like, oh, I can't even say England. Ingwa, I think it is. I don't know. I knew how to say it. I said England, and I said it in Chinese. But it's just so weird. Like, my mind gets super confused, and I get all my languages mixed up. It's bad. That's another thing when you travel a lot is that your languages, not only does your English get bad, but your languages just get super confused. Sometimes I cuss in Korean, and sometimes I'll start speaking Korean. I'm sure that like when I go to, I'm so used to automatically answering certain phrases in specifically Chinese. Like I don't say I'm sorry anymore. I don't know how to say I'm sorry. I'm like always like I'm always like dwebuchi, dwebuchi. I always say dwebuchi if I do something that I'm not supposed to. Even if I'm in an environment where I'm supposed to be speaking English, that's automatically what I say. I also will probably have trouble ordering my coffee in English because I'm so used to ordering it in Chinese. And I'm so used to saying there's just certain phrases that I would never use English anymore. So it's just really confusing. When you think, do you always think in English? Yeah, I'm not at the point where I think in another language. The only time I got close to that was when I took a really intense Japanese class in college. I had to study Japanese so much that I would just slip into Japanese when I was trying to speak English. Like my mind would just slip into Japanese. Like I would be on the bus and I would like step on someone and I'd be like, "Oh, sumimasen, gomenasai," or something like that, and I would just slip into Japanese. So, yeah. Buhao-isu. Yeah. Is it like Dwebuchi is like, I'm sorry, but Buhao-isu is like, excuse me, right? I know Dwebuchi is like more polite. I know my tones are really fucked up. I'm sorry. My tones are really bad. But I have a very bad accent. But yeah. Dwebuchi, 我的中文不好. That's a song that always gets in my head. Oh my god, look it up. Look up I Don't Speak Chinese Very Well. The music video, it's hilarious. 对不起，我的中文不好. Don't know if I'm singing it wrong, because my Chinese really sucks. Is Pizza Truck Lady hot? No, she's an older lady. I mean, she's like my mom's age, so I don't know. Not into that. Unless it's Angelina Jolie. I don't think Angelina Jolie is my mom. My Angelina Jolie probably could be my mom, right? Isn't she in her 40s? Maybe she's in her 30s. I don't know. But yeah, I need to go. I need to finish doing some stuff. Oh my god, I got so much crap to do before I get on that plane. Oh, I gotta upload some videos. So yeah, I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed my terrible Chinese. My Chinese is so bad. 不好意思，对不起，ごめんなさい。She's 42, yeah. She could be my mom. 42, she could be my mom, right? I don't want to think about that. Thank you. I love you guys. I just wanted to catch up to the... Yeah. As we say in Taiwan, bye-bye.